You think it's connected?
Well, you see, perhaps because one is a lawyer, what do you do? I don't belong to the Council of State. I'm not a member of INEC. I don't belong to any of the security agencies. But what do? I look at the circumstantial evidence. I look at circumstantial evidence. And I say, well, look. And what did Jega explain to the country? What did he say? He said, well, the reason why we are in this mix, if you like, is that, look, I'm not a security agency. I can't do the job of security people. They have told me that the attention of the military will be diverted to the troubled zones, such that they are not able to do any other thing elsewhere. So for this reason, we'll have to postpone the elections. And he said two other things. Like I said, I look at the circumstances. He says, look, that's because the journalists were asking questions. What happens if this happens? He says, please, let us keep hope alive. And that he was appealing to the security agencies to please stand by their commitment. And that May 29th remains sacrosanct. Now, when you look at all these circumstances, you have an agency, the INEC, that is supposed to be independent, and it stands and folds its arms and says, well, gentlemen, I'm sorry, at this stage, there is nothing I can do.
What do you want INEC to do? I mean, here we are. I mean, I listened to the press conference, and he was pretty clear. He says, my agency is an election management agency. I don't work alone. If the security, if the environment is not conducive, he cannot proceed.
And I will tell you this: it's not because it's not because I'm asking INEC to do something extraordinary. What I'm driving out in the circumstantial evidence is the concern that it raises. As an independent body, its integrity, its independence, as we Nigerians perceive it, because it is essentially, this election, the result is rooted in confidence. And when you get the impression that they are unable to do their job because of factors extraneous to them, then the danger in it is that people go with the feeling that how independent is this body after all.
But can we really say that INEC is, to all intents and purposes, independent to the extent that they work with other agencies as an election management body?
That may be true, but you see, the point is this. If you talk of the security issues, I can't talk much about it, but at least with having regards to what is in the public domain, over this period that we have had this problem, insurgency, which is unfortunate, very sad indeed. What we have been told by the agencies is that, look, it's the job for all of us. It's a collective job for every Nigerian. All of us seated here or elsewhere, we have a duty to join hands to do this. But that means that for you to follow somebody, for you, when you are involved in something, which is why the law says it has to be verifiable.
But who is to verify? Isn't it the same security that told us, look, this can't happen, we can't do this for now?
You see, I think, some might say, I will not want to introduce that factor because of the other complications, that litigation or whatever. But the point I'm making is this. You know, when you talk of verifiable, it is the demonstration of good faith. The way I understand it, it is, look, for instance, why did INEC, the pressmen were seated there from morning till night? Why? Because of the duty and the commitment to inform the public. If they left the place, nobody is going to arrest them. Probably the employers will query them. But we'll lose the information that we ought to get right on time.
You know, very quickly, you've touched on so many things as we go. We haven't heard from the security agencies, and you say they should be the ones giving us details of what this entails, because it would seem bogus when you say security report or intelligence report. Today's Monday. What more would you love to see from them?
You see, confidence building is very important. Because I say this, you know, like I said, elections, like judicial process, essentially the fairness, unfairness of it is based on perception. Why are Nigerians agitated? Why are we worried? It's because we were made to believe that everybody was ready and that we should be prepared to go and exercise our civic right. And a lot of Nigerians have taken that step. So when we get to a point like this and you are asked to say, look, wait a minute, stay at home, just keep doing what you are doing, you have to wait for another 6 weeks. Don't forget that when we do that, as we are going to do now, a lot of the public officials, the public officers, they've been on the field. Most of them have been out of their offices. Governance has been is low key, if you like. And now when you subject us as Nigerians to that, it's only fair and reasonable of us to expect that we can be better treated. Because the country belongs to all of us, and we all have a duty to safeguard its integrity. But when you feel that, look, wait a minute, what is happening here? And I really can't seem to figure it out, then there's a danger there. The erosion of the integrity of the body that will eventually conduct the elections and the entire process.
All right, so I'm afraid that's how much time we have today, but we look forward to hosting you again soon. Mr. Lai Babatunde is a senior advocate of Nigeria. Thank you for coming out this morning, sir.
Thank you.
We'll be back after the break. Join us again.